mind of Shimmy Shimmy Ya, Maya Haynes, and Miss Aurora Borealis.
Miss Aurora Borealis went to different burlesque shows in New York City, like for months, and never saw any women of color.
We're Brown Girls Burlesque, so we're women of color, and that women of color is self-defined. So it's not about what you might visibly see in the determination of their color and ethnicity. It's about how she sees herself. BGB is unique among burlesque formations because it was specifically a group of women artists on the same train of thinking. Performance artists, literary artists, a whole bunch of different disciplines.
I actually saw their Women's History Month show about 3-4 years ago. I liked that it was dance and theatrics, and that it was about women's history and women's empowerment, and they were sexy and strong and fierce and beautiful. So I ended up taking classes with BGB. It was the first Broad Squad Institute, which was a 6-week workshop. So myself, Essence Revealed, another performer, Saki Fiva, she's in New York, and we just took the workshop, learned how to make costumes, learned how to put together a piece, and then just from there, just became just doing like stage managing and different kinds of things, and then got the opportunity to perform, became a member, here I am.
Well, I didn't even know that burlesque existed, and I am part of a theater company where it's like sweat equity, so you work on someone else's show and then they work on yours. And the first show I ever house managed was a burlesque show, and I was like, what is this burlesque? But then I saw a Brown Girls Burlesque show and I was like, whoa. So then I heard about them teaching a 6-week class and I was like, me. So I signed up, I took the class, and I started performing, and then a little ways down the line, I became a member. I went from groupie to member.
This show for me is about embracing, spreading, sharing the commonality between us. And from a level of discipline as an artist, women of color, and presenting something multidimensional on stage. That's how come you can just call like ladies like Josephine Bell and Jeez Louise and La Chica Boom from across the country and be like, we need to do this show.
This is the first time that I'm actually meeting most of the Brown girls. Shakava Honeychild was the only one that I had met in person when I booked her for the Juke Joint show. I think Brown Girls Burlesque has been a really huge inspiration to me, and I think today with this all-star show, they're gonna take things over.
I would say it's still innovative, and it's still groundbreaking, and it's still a pushback and a commentary about the state of general burlesque. You know, it's a way of bringing women of color together, women of color burlesque dancers who want to express themselves in a way that's funny, sexy, political, outlandish, ridiculous, fierce, and to encourage other women, particularly women of color, to express themselves in ways that are comfortable, to be comfortable with their sexuality and be comfortable with their sexual expression.
I just hope that burlesque period is like, it grows to an art form where we can fill Madison Square Garden. So that's the future, just taking over entertainment. That's all.